Good evening, YouTube, and this is Race Kalak, and today I'm going to review Saints Row 2. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, it's a GTA ripoff. Grand Theft Auto 4 is way better because it has, like, graphics and realism, blah, blah, blah. Well, let me tell you, if you like that kind of stuff, then Grand Theft Auto 4 really is the game for you. If you like taking your cousin out to the titty bar late at night, then that is the game for you. If you like going bowling and playing darts and getting drunk, that is the game for you. For the rest of us that want to have actual fun, there's Saints Row 2. Well, where should I start? The activities first. There are so many activities that you probably won't play all of them in just one playthrough. Or in just one, session. You turn it on for a while, then you turn it off. Well, anyways, because there are so many. There are things like Fight Club, you fight off a bunch of guys, and they try to whack you unfairly with tools, but you fight back and you snap their necks. Which is awesome, by the way. You should see his victory. He just goes, "Wah!" And then, you can also make your own character. I mean, your own completely unique character. Edit the morphology of everything, change the size of the arms or the breasts if you want a female character. Yes, they have those in there now, too. And, you can edit the size of his feet, the chunkiness or ricketiness of his legs. You can edit everything you want. You can morph him into anything. And then there are a lot of similarities between Saints Row 2 and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. But, after thinking about it for a bit, I gotta say that Saints Row 2 is a better game. Or it is at least equal with San Andreas. Because they're both great games. They got nutty stuff to do. Like Saints Row 2, you got airplanes, you got watercraft, you can go around on jet skis. Very similar to San Andreas, except for San Andreas didn't have a jet ski. But, there's another thing. Like, if you're stuck in the water, you can warp to the shore, But I gotta go back to the activities. There's things like Septic Avengers, spray people's houses to drive up, like, damage money, and you have to earn a certain amount of, damage money by spraying shit on people's houses before you win. Before you go on to the next level of the activity. And then there's, like, Demolition Derby, again, dollars in damage. You gotta cause them, hit the other cars in the arena or they all explode. Then there's, Heli Attack. I haven't played Heli Attack yet, because there's so much other stuff to do, honestly. The missions are all varying, yes, they still do have a lot of shooting, but they're also each all very unique. Like in this one, the Elysian Fields trailer park, you're blowing up trailers, and every trailer you roll up, it blows up in this huge freaking green explosion, like it was a gas station or something, only the explosion was green. It's nuts. And then there's this one where you steal a pyro truck from the Brotherhood, and it's you steal it for going on the way to the concert to interrogate or beat the shit out of then asking questions of Matt, member of the Brotherhood's band, the Fee Dogs. However, there is a part in that mission where you're blowing up shit with fireworks boxes thrown out of the back of the truck, and the fireworks boxes actually have a real firework explosion effect. Like, you see these big fireworks, only they're happening on the ground where they shouldn't be. It's nuts. There's like so much variety in the missions, you won't really notice much of the repetition. And a lot of activities has rewards too. Like for example, I completed the escort again, just like I did in Saints Row 1. I completed the escort, and I got the free drive-up homie, so now I can call him in and have him deliver any of my vehicles, including watercraft. So that's an improvement. The game itself does have, quite a few glitches. A few collision detection errors, but But, the world is so large, there's so many activities to do. It's incredible, it's fun, it's crazy. It's got, in the storyline, it's, you're basically resurrecting the saints, but, there's all these different little, parts in each of the gang sagas, and even the Ultor saga, which you eventually get to. There's, and when you complete it, then there's this part where they're in the helicopter, and the guy, and whatever guy you created goes, "This is our city. We do whatever the fuck we want to do." That's just awesome. Then there are the cheats. Now, what cheats did Grand Theft Auto 4 have? Generic sports cars, generic bikes, oh, a crappy limo, well, that's great. And a generic helicopter. That's great. Even in Ballad of Gay Tony, they didn't have that. They just had cheats for sports cars and APC and, and helicopters. But, in Saints Row 2, you'd have cheats like Never Die, Clear Skies, Infinite Ammo, Infinite Rounds, infinite rounds in a clip, like an endless clip. And then, there's all these different cheats. There's even a classic, giant cheats, like to make it really big. And then there's raining pedestrians. Oh, there's so many cheats in there. You'd have to go to the Game Winners page to see it. And, another activity reward, I know I'm going back to activities again, but a reward for completing the Demolition Derby. Well, let's just say that car you were driving in the arena won't stay in the arena. That's right. Then you can drive it out in the streets, like this thing with a spiked bumper. All this looks like an armored car, but with a Demolition Derby car on the inside of all that armor. It is nuts, and it's fun. The vehicle variety, you can not only can you customize vehicles, but there's a huge variety. You can even, like this one time, I called this fast food place up, and they delivered me a friggin' sprint car, if you can believe it. It was, they even have a UFO you can fly, like a flying saucer. It's nuts, it's crazy, it's funny, I like it. It's my kind of thing. So, for those who want to have fun, Saints Row 2 is your game. Oh man, I still have 2 to 3 minutes left. So what else can I talk about the game? Well, there are a couple of activities in there that you don't see in San Andreas. For example, trailblazing. Now I know what you're thinking, we're just going off-road with SUVs? Oh, that sounds real fun. No. It's actually you're driving a flaming ATV in a flame-retardant suit, trying to blow up as much stuff as you can before you get to the next checkpoint, and blowing up stuff earns you a bigger time bonus, so that's what you get when you get to the checkpoint. That is fun. Then there's crowd control, where you're throwing people at objects to keep them from attacking a celebrity that you happen to be guarding at the time. Oh man, like I said, there's a million things to do in there. I can barely remember them all. What can I say? Play the game yourself, rent it, see if you like it, and if you do, then buy it. You most likely will like it a lot. It's fun. It's at least equals with San Andreas, if not better. And you can, you can even on the airport at the runway, you can shoot at the planes and it'll scare the pilots and they'll drive off the runway and crash. It's really funny. So again, buy or rent it and, see if you like it, and then if you do, well, thumbs up, If GTA 4 is more your thing, go get that, But for me, Saints Row 2 is honestly the most fun sandbox game I have ever played. So, 9.5 out of 10, because there are glitches, but even the graphics are better than Grand Theft Auto 4's, and the vehicle physics are kind of more fun too. They're more arcadey, but you can, they're easier to control vehicles. So goodbye.